The MENACE badge on NBA 2K22. Is this badge useless? I have personally made videos in the past about the MENACE badge and not necessarily needing to equip MENACE. That was well before NBA 2K patched the left-right cheese. The MENACE badge is a badge that's activated on contact. This is what we want to break down. Should you guys be equipping the MENACE badge? Are you guys able to make contact on the ball handler as a defender? That's the number one question you should be asking yourself. What's good, AllCity fam? I'm AllCity, and thank you for tuning in. As always, before we continue this video, I would love to invite you guys to the #1 NBA 2K22 Discord. If you guys are looking for players to run with on NBA 2K22, join our Discord. We would love to have you. Now, let's get right. Should you guys be equipping the MENACE badge on NBA 2K22? All right, y'all, so let's break down the description for the MENACE badge. While guarding and staying in front of an opponent, their attributes will drop if good defense is being played. So what's considered good defense on NBA 2K22? I know that's what you guys may be asking yourself. NBA 2K2 did a really good video covering the MENACE badge and how to get this badge to activate, and found out that the way to activate the MENACE badge is to actually make contact. Now, the reason why I didn't think MENACE was absolutely necessary in the past was because it was very difficult to make contact with the left-right cheese. As soon as a ball handler even slightly made contact with a defender, they would quickly go in the opposite direction, and that would in turn eliminate the MENACE activation. But as it stands now, with the left-right cheese being patched and guards moving a lot slower, defenders have even more of an ability to stay in front of ball handlers and also maintain contact playing good defense. The good folks over at NBA 2K Labs recently did a defensive badge tier list for guards, and they rated the MENACE badge in the C tier, the lowest tier for defensive badges to equip. But the reasoning for rating the MENACE badge so low was under the idea that if you already have good defense, you don't necessarily need a badge to drop the opponent's attributes. Now, personally, I feel differently, as ball handlers get so many badges at their disposal to put you as a defender at a disadvantage. You got the ankle breaker badge, you got badges like hyperdrive, quick chain, you got badges like stop and go, quick first step, you got badges like space creator and tight handles. These are a ton of offensive badges, playmaking badges that could put you as a defender at a huge disadvantage. Not to mention the endless amount of shooting badges that actually stack to help boost their shot percentage. And that brings us back to defense. For guards defending the perimeter, they really don't have nearly as many defensive badges at their disposal to properly compete against all of the offensive badges that a ball handler has at their disposal. With that being said, why wouldn't we consider a badge like MENACE, which actually drops the offensive attributes, minimizing the offensive abilities of a ball handler, whether they're shooting or they're just handling the rock, trying to break you down as a defender. And if you guys have been following us here on the channel, you know I've been running point guard over the last few weeks, using my point guard, my two-way three-point playmaker, to get the 100 rec game wins and get me that racing suit to match the racing helmet. And when going up against competitive teams, they normally put the lock up to guard me. And I gotta say, as a point guard, I know exactly when I'm running against a defender that has the MENACE badge equipped. As me running point guard, their MENACE badge seems to be changing my animations. I'm looking for the Luka Doncic moving step back, and I get this weird step back animation. And not to mention the clamps cutoff animations tied into that with MENACE. Those two badges working in tandem really limit my ability as a point guard to make good use of all of my animations. This is why personally I feel the MENACE badge is going to be subjective to the type of player that you have out there. If your player has a good amount of perimeter defense, which is tied into your lateral quickness, then that's where MENACE will really shine for you as a player, because you're able to stay in front and maintain contact with a ball handler. If you have an extremely low perimeter defense, you're moving a lot slower, which is less likely for you to stay in front or make contact with the ball handler, which will in turn minimize the effectiveness of the MENACE badge. So if you guys are considering whether or not to equip the MENACE badge, the first place to look is in your perimeter defensive attribute and how quickly you move laterally. I hope you guys found this video helpful and or informative, and if you did, please consider dropping a like on the video. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, as we intend to have a ton of 2K22 content coming your way. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy out.